Come here. Come here.
Do you mind?
Come. Yeah, but come here. I'll tell you.
I want you to hold me, so you know that.
Okay. Do you see anything?
No, no cap. I'm not even gonna touch it. It's blue hundreds right here. It's all the blue hundreds are right there behind that receipt. Thank you. All that's my money. He didn't have that.
This is your money?
Yes, I heard him crumble it up. Thank you. Thank you. All that's been recorded, right? That's my money. That's my money right there.
Sir, you've been watching me that whole time.
I seen you take it. I seen you crumble it.
Sir, that is not me.
If I'm right, it's gonna be around $1,000. If I'm right, and like I told you, I just went to Wendy's. I seen you still.
No, sir.
If you don't mind, I just want to sit down so y'all don't try to say I'm resistant. I don't want to do nothing. All I know for a fact is I know what I know and I've seen it. I just wanted you guys to trust me, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was just acting a little irate, but I'm perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to expose you.
That is not me, bud.
Brother, I just seen you steal my money. It was no reason for you to pop my rubber band, brother. It was no reason for you to pop my rubber band off my money.
I didn't pop your rubber band off your money.
I heard it. Me and you just spoke about it. You heard him agree to it when I first got it. I said, I heard you did rubber band. You said, oh, I had to do something. It's okay. It's okay. I know. I just witnessed here today. Mr. Chapman went in my money. He separated my money. He was trying to steal it, and I caught him. He put it in between his legs, and as his colleagues approached me, he worked it towards the door. He tried to make it seem like I was lying. I'm not going anywhere. I'm in full custody of these officers. I'm being detained. I'm not going anywhere. I don't want any problems. I'm not armed. I didn't do anything wrong. I was just pulled over for a traffic stop. He just tried to steal some of my money.
Okay, we're hearing you, but there's no need to say all of that.
No, I was just looking at the camera. No, I just know how it goes. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to cause.
My camera's on the entire time. All right,
yes,
so let's take it down a notch.
Yes, ma'am. I apologize. I'm so sorry.
Here, okay?
Yes, ma'am. So what are we gonna do about this problem? Because he just tried to steal some of my money.
Sir,
and I'm not trying to put any allegations on him. I'm not trying to say anything. I'm not using my words like to try to hurt anybody. I just know what I know. And then I don't even like the fact, but I know you guys have like special protocol. I don't even like the fact that he just tried to steal and nobody like stood up for me. You feel what I'm saying? Like nobody was like, okay.
Nobody saw anything
but
that
I
you were
seen
saying,
everything.
but nobody saw anything that you said.
I appreciate it, Mr. Morris. You his sergeant.
Yes, he is my sergeant.
Sir, I have 20/20 and I can read. I remember when you called him out, I could tell you everything he said to you. Perfect timing. This was perfect. Perfect that you called me out this time because you didn't know the protocol to how a federal warrant was supposed to be taken care of. Correct and incorrect?
That's correct. That's the reason why I called him out to ask.
But you just separated. Whoa, so what was the purpose of you separating my money while you gave her money, while you just watched her count my money out in full? Because you just wasted you wasted an evidence folder. Because now she has to rewrite a totally different number. So if I would have agreed to the number that I didn't know when she asked me, then I would have been like ridiculed or seen as a liar or something. That's why I didn't answer your question, ma'am, because I said that I had just went to Wendy's. I believe that's my receipt. I only ordered a 10-piece nugget and I ordered like a fry and something to drink, so I didn't know the actual amount of the money. All I know is when my girlfriend got off work at 5 o'clock, I was supposed to give her that money for the rest of the bills and she was going to get her car back. I was in a car this week. That's why I wasn't in my own car, man. That was my girlfriend's car, Diamond Alexander. That's why when you initially pulled me over, and y'all probably have my phones, you can see the call record. I called her at like 4 or something to let her know, babe, I'm being pulled over in your car. In my eyes, I thought it was gonna be for the T-tag, temporary tag thing, the sticker, but like
it was initially just for your speed, I promise you that.
No, I apologize, sir. I apologize. I'm just trying to do what I gotta do, but I know for a fact what I heard. I have 20/20 vision. I'm not a criminal. I don't do things that I'm not supposed to. I heard him tampering with that rubber band. Okay. That rubber band was on that money because my girlfriend gave me the money this morning and told me I wasn't even supposed to be in her car. I just took it because I didn't.
That was a perfect point, Cookie, in terms of his temperament throughout the whole situation. You know, for one, he was articulate as he could be in that situation, knowing that he was correct. I heard this dude pop my rubber band. He said it way earlier in the video. Yo, I heard my rubber band pop because, you know, he had money on both of the knots of money. You know, he had a rubber band on both knots of money. They're just discarding him. They're ignoring it. No, what do you mean? I'm counting your money now. And, you know, the white cop, the female, she tried to get him to comply with the amount that she was counting out. And he kept saying, no, I'm not going to agree to that amount because I watched this dude steal. Now, while he was stealing and shifting it between his legs and doing whatever he was doing with it, they will focus on him. No, what are you talking about? He's sitting right here, blah, blah, blah. You know, they would focus on him. While they're focused on him, this dude is shifting. Luckily, the white female cop was aimed at the car door so she could see every movement. The camera picked up every movement the guy was doing when he was shifting. You know, and his eyes was like, oh, damn, this nigga caught me. Oh, I gotta hide this. Like, there's another part of this, you know, this video is probably like 24 minutes. You know, it's a lot longer than this clip right here. But you could see all the movements with the guy was shifting, and you could see where he's like, what? Damn, this nigga caught me. So he's trying to discard it. But like you said, Cookie, luckily he maintained his temperament. He was articulate to them. He's like, please, can we check? Can we look in the door? Check, you know. And then he asked the guy, he said, yo, man, the guy tried to empty his pockets and show him, like, I didn't steal your money. He was like, one thing I know is if somebody tried to steal, if somebody blamed me of stealing and I didn't steal anything, you're not searching me. You know what I mean? If you're accusing me of doing something that I didn't do, I'm not about to try to prove to you that I didn't do it. So man started going in his pockets because he knew the money was in the car door. So I could check on my person because I hid the money in the car door. Luckily, they opened it. They saw that money there. What they were trying to do was to get him to be outraged so that they could, you know, give him some extra charges. And once he saw that the money was stolen, he was like, yo, I'm gonna sit down so y'all don't flip out and say, oh, I'm irate and y'all could do something else or tase me or pepper spray me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna sit down, yo, you caught. So it was a breath of fresh air to see a black dude do that, where, you know, in a lot of other situations, emotions get the best of us, and he would have never got his money back, and he would have had a whole bunch of other trumped up charges.
That dude in the barbershop would have ended up with holes in him.
Exactly.
Yeah. Go ahead, you can name.
Let me put it this way, right? These are the two biggest criminals on earth. Or let me just say in the United States. You see the police and the government. I'll tell you why. When you drive on the highway, do you know how many black men that have driven on the highway and they got pulled over by state troopers? And they have large amount of cash and they seize those cash. Almost half of those cars don't make it to the station. And then when they get to the station, they forfeit the remaining balance. A lot of state troopers, a lot of police officers steal from people all the time. They steal cash and they steal drugs. And then they turn around and sell it on the street. They sell it on the street. A lot of them do that. So this is not the first time. Only that this is caught on tape. But it happens all the time. In fact, TSA, do you know how many TSA officers that have been caught stealing from people's luggage? Right there at the stand. They notice through the scan that there is cash. They know where it is, right? And then what they do is that they reach out and slowly take their money away. Or they take a slice of it and you won't even know. They usually do it when it's a large amount of cash. They do it all the time on the highway.
Yeah, I mean, I can honestly believe it, man. I've been in a situation where I've had something planted, and it wasn't the case. So I didn't have enough evidence, so they put matters into their own hands. They planted some things in order to create a charge. So, I mean, it's a lot of crookedness going on when it comes. Not to say all, but there are some instances where, especially before body cams, this is why they conducted themselves. And I was in the era where they didn't have body cams, so it was my word against 4 or 5 different other officers. It's like they were going to try to bully you into finding something. They didn't find anything, and then they will put something in there just so they can create a case. So,
And then, you know, it's common because of how he did it in that circumstance. You got 3, 4 other officers surrounding you, and you try to steal his money in that situation. Like, for one, you know your fellow officers have body cams. For 2, your sergeant just rolled up. you did it in front of him. Like, because when he was handing the lady the money, he gave her the first knot, and then he popped the rubber band on the second knot and took that $900 and then gave her what was remaining out of, you know, the money he took from. So the fact that broad daylight in front of your fellow officers, you do that, that shows you how common it is, because that's a bold move. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Definitely is.
It's very, very
Back to
common, but people don't know that that shit is common. It's very, very common. Sorry about that. Cookie, go ahead, please.
back to what happened to you, JR. You know what really behooves me when they be planting stuff on people? Like y'all just riding around and getting it with drugs on y'all. So they probably took it from somebody else, tried to put it on you. Like it blows my mind the lengths that they will go to try to put black people in jail. Like that is insane, because that happened to one of my brothers. One of my brothers actually was doing that, but the other one was not. And they put something on him. I'm like, where are they pulling this from? Like, where are they getting these drugs to plant on people? So I'm assuming they stealing them from other criminals. That's crazy. That's a lot of accounting that you have to do, and if you go in internal affairs is auditing, they must be in on it too, because some ain't right. Because if you catch somebody with an eighth, you got to turn in their eighth and the eighth of the person that you planted. So how that work? You know what I mean? It's crazy.